What a lovely sunny day. I'm at Aston Martin Bristol for the first time in like 9 weeks. So eventually I'm back to work. I've been saying it in the earlier videos a bit, saying I can't wait to get out of the house and get back to work and start dealing with Aston Martins again. I'm glad to say that here I am on a very beautiful sunny day, and I think it's forecast to be a bit rainy tomorrow. But it's great to be back in the fold, talking about Astons with people, talking to customers, sorting out cars and things, and it's been really good. Obviously people have been at home thinking about changing their cars and maybe not going on holiday and things like that. So, well, what can I do this year? And they think about changing the car. So we've actually walked in and reopened the doors to a lot of good business, and looking forward to that business long continuing. So what I'm going to do is try and do some one take and do a little walk around and show you what we've got going on at Aston Martin Bristol. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to walk through the front doors. I'm going to show you how it's all happening down here. So as you can see, we've got these little markers. We've got a 2 metre sort of social distancing rules. So when you pop in, you've got the little posters that say we've got wash stations, and we ask you not to shake our hands and try to avoid touching your face. But once you come in, you're greeted with this nice little roped off area, and it's supposed to be nice and friendly and polite. And if you drop your car in for service, you can take a seat here, and one of our service team will take your keys and sort of antibacterial wipe them, and it can sort you out the courtesy car you might have booked. But if you've got a sales appointment, then we'll meet you here and talk through the social distance guidelines we've got in place, and hopefully make it a great experience coming into the dealership, even during these rather difficult times. But yeah, so you basically got these little markers on the floor, and then someone will come over, and like myself, will come and meet you, and then we open up the rope. And this is how the showroom's looking. So we're still fully functioning now. So from yesterday, the 1st of June, we opened the doors, and we are still functioning in every capacity. So we're still doing test drives. So customers are still coming in and they can test drive a car that they're interested in buying. What we do is we go out on a test drive with a second vehicle to accompany you. So you're sort of alone in the car, but we show you the controls beforehand. As I said, maintaining those sort of distances and things. But let me give you sort of an update of what the showroom looks like at the moment. So this is the, for those who haven't seen Aston Martin Bristol before, this is the new car section of the showroom. It's a nice, big, beautiful showroom, and I'm going to walk you around the full sort of showroom. But I thought I'd show you the kind of cars we have in at the moment. So DBS Superleggera, got a lovely lightning silver car there with silver wheels, or silver diamond turned wheels, with lots of exterior carbon features, including the carbon roof. We've got a Vantage 2020 model year with the bonnet vents. This is really cool. This is probably the newest addition to the showroom. This is the new Db9 Volante Shadow Edition. So it's like quite a cool special edition with black badges and sort of black and dark trim. That's in a lovely colour called Sibiro Blue. We've got a Db11 V8, Db11 Villante, another DBS Superleggera Coupe in onyx black with the new style, sort of 2020 style multi-spoke wheels, and another Db11 V8 Coupe. So you may notice that the cars are actually locked in the showroom. This is just so we can keep a track of how we can deal with customers. So they're not locked because we don't want to keep you out of cars. They're locked so that we can sort of keep an eye on what touch points are taking place in the showroom, so we can sort of anti-back the cars and clean them down after people have touched them, just so they're nice and clean and sterile for the next person to look at it. Let me walk you through past the sort of coffee bar and the Specking Lounge. What I might do one day, I might do a video talking about spec and how you can spec up an Aston, because there's some really cool choices you can choose. Before I quickly touch on it now, but you've got a colour palette with varying degrees of colour, and silver, black, anything you like. Interior trims, leather. And then you've got the Q sort of selection, which is sort of above and beyond. So beyond the standard palette of choice, you can sort of customise the car to infinite levels. But I'll do a separate video talking about Q and how to spec an Aston Martin, because some really cool stuff that you can do. So this is the pre-owned car showroom. We call it Timeless. Well, Timeless is the official sort of certified pre-owned program through Aston Martin, and through there is our handover bay. So I'm going to start down here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around and sort of show you the really cool, interesting cars we've got. So you probably spotted already, we've got two GT8s. GT8's probably one of my favourite ever Aston Martins. Incredible car to drive. It just feels so alive in your hands. It's one of those cars, the performance statistics don't really matter, because when you drive it, it feels so electric and just so it's hard to put into words. You have to really drive one and feel what it's all about. Definitely wouldn't make it as a journalist, would I? But this is a car that's actually sold. This car's going over to its new owner tomorrow, finished in ultramarine black with the red accents. And we've got this car as well. This is a very rare GT8 because this is a sport shift. So majority of GT8s, they built 150 of them, majority were manual, but you could get the odd sport shift car. And this is one of those in the Volcano red, looking very smart. We've got a couple more brand new cars. This is a brand new Aston Martin Vantage. Again, another 2020 model year that you can tell by the signature bonnet vents that are now speccable. And then we've got a nice trio of Zagatos, and what's quite cool is that all these three Zagatos are completely different. So from left to right, this car we've just taken in, this will be advertised shortly. This is a 2019 Vanquish Zagato shooting brake. It's actually a car that I spec'd and supplied new to its first owner in the lava red with the Villante gold signature pack. It's got that, again, launch specification, the black interior, the red Zagato quilt, and the Villante pack inside as well. It's got the carbon roof. Really cool car. One of my favourite cars of all time, the Vanquish Zagato shooting brake. So we'll be offering that for sale very soon. And then we've also got this one. So this is a 2017, I believe, Vanquish Zagato Coupe. So this is the first iteration of the Vanquish Zagato series, the straightforward coupe. This is in the launch colour again, in lava red, but this has the sort of traditional chrome sort of accents as opposed to the Villante accents. Now, they're called the Villante accents because the Zagato concept for the Vanquish was launched on the Villante lawn at the Lake Como Concorso de Eleganza. That was in 2016. And the red and gold was very, very classic and captured a lot of interest. So you see a lot of red and gold, but some people didn't quite like the gold. So you see the odd car like this one, which has the red with the chrome and silver accents. And the one next to it here is the Vanquish Zagato Speedster, the rarest car of the set. The Speedster, only 28 examples, where there was 99 examples of the coupe and 99 examples of the shooting brake. They also did a Villante, which is a full-blown convertible. They did 99 of those as well. But the Speedster, only 28, and this car is finished in a beautiful Ming blue. It has a two-tone interior. And this is also offered for sale. This is on our website, I believe. All POA, price upon application. With three very special cars there. Then walking down the line here, what else have we got? We've got a DBS Villante. These are great value at the moment. Not many DBSs were produced. So the DBS was obviously the flagship car for Aston Martin between 2007 and 2012. And this is a Villante example. We've got a V8 Vantage manual, an early car of the later dashboard. So it's a 2015 car, but a 16 model year. So it has the newer style dashboard. We've got Db9 Volante. This is actually a brand new car that's we just popped in here for the moment, but it's going to be cleaned up and popped into the new car showroom shortly in stone white, which is quite a special colour. It's intensely metallic. And then we've got a Db9 V8 Coupe here, 2018 car in Mariana blue, and a Db9 AMR. Db9 AMR was the more heightened performance version. When they brought out the V8 Db9, the V12 existing Db9 model was replaced by the AMR, so produced in fewer numbers, more horsepower, suspension was revised, and it looks particularly nice in this shade of divine red with the forged wheels. Then we've got a couple of Db9 Volantes pre-owned in white. One's in the Stratus white, which is the standard colour, and then the other one is finished in a very, very rare platinum white, which is actually a colour formulated for the 177. So this is another car that I actually sold new back in 2018. So it's a lovely one-owner car, beautiful finish, really high spec, great value. And then we've got this Db9 Volante, which we sold today in Quantum Silver, nice spec. And then in this corner, a couple of older cars, Newport Pagnell era cars. So this is a 2005 Vanquish S, the last of the old school, some would say. So this is the last production model that's produced in Newport Pagnell. So all the aluminium panels were completely handmade and hammered into place onto a buck. And you can see that in some of the car like this. My favourite line of the Vanquish is this one that sort of blends from the wing into the door. You can imagine how hard that was to produce back in the day. But that's a 2005 Vanquish S for sale there. And then this is a particular favourite of mine in the showroom, a 2003 Db7 Zagato. The Db7 Zagato was a celebration and a sort of a revisit of the Zagato line for Aston after a long break. This is quite cool because this is the third car ever produced. This is car number 3 of 99 cars that were produced in the Aston Martin Racing Green with the dark tan, fully alloy line interior. Really smart car and for sale. A Vanquish S Villante in onyx metallic black, and a Vanquish S Coupe in onyx metallic black. That's got the red accents on it as well, looking very racy. And this one's, I think, a really nice number. This is the Vanquish Volante in its launch specification. So when the Vanquish Volante first came out in 2014, it was shown to the world in the US market first in this colour combination, which is osseous teal over winter wheat, which is a great colour combination, suits the car really well. And that's a hell of a bargain as well, because this car's priced at under £100,000. And speaking of good value, this is a later Vanquish Volante with the 8-speed gearbox in lightning silver. This is a car that Aston Martin Bristol sold new, and it's finished in lightning silver, which again is a lovely metallic colour with shades of gold and blue. And this car is, I believe, just been reduced to £104,000 when you consider that's a £225,000 car new. And these are cool. I've sold a few of these because I was working in London when this car came out. This is the Db9 Gt, but a very special one. And it's only given away by this very subtle little exterior badge, which reads 007. And the colour's unique. It came out just for this car. It's now available on the Q palette, I believe, but at the time it was unique. It's Spectre Silver because it came out in 2015, just after the launch of the Spectre Bond movie. And they've got 150 of these cars. I think I've sold 4 or 5 of the 150. And they came with a really cool Omega watch and car cover and travel case and champagne and all those cool things. So this is a Db9 GT Bond edition. And this example is for sale. And then finally we've got this N430, which recently sold as well. I think this car sold over the weekend. So this is a Vantage N430, which is a special edition that they brought out in 2014 with a really cool Club Sport graphics pack. This is the traditional sort of green and yellow. It's called a Lauro green. So it's like a greyish, subtle green colour with the yellow accents, yellow mirrors. Really, really cool. This example is a manual with the lightweight carbon fibre seats, and it's sold pretty quickly, as you can imagine. Great value cars at the moment, and a particular favourite edition of the Vantage throughout its life was the N430 for me. But yeah, so I won't ramble too long, because we end up being a half-an-hour video. It was just a quick sort of walk around and sort of introduction back as I'm back at work, and it gives me something fresh to film other than my lounge. And hope you enjoy the little walk around. Hopefully I'll be bringing some more sort of in-depth reviews and sort of looks and buying guides and test drives of cars on camera. So you can come out with me in the car and we can walk around. I can talk about all the different models. In fact, if you've seen a particular car in the showroom that you want a special video on where I'm focusing on it and talk about it in depth, comment below and I can whip one up for you. Anyway, I'll cut it there. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button for plenty more videos to come. Thank you.